So I want to start with this quote from Paul Romer, and he said, "A crisis is a terrible thing to waste." He is a Stanford economist. And I think that when I read that, I thought that's just a brilliant way to start this particular talk, because we feel as an organisation really strongly about the environment, about our planet, and yet we're all in shutdown. So we can't really do very much to create change in terms of peaceful civil disobedience or whatever, reaction you want to have around the climate crisis. But I think what we wanted to do today was to inspire you about things that you can possibly set up for the future and show you lots of case studies of people that have created change using their creative minds. Why we do this? Well, it's a lot of fun. We believe in it as a community, but also we know we only have one planet, and the science is really clear. So I think as creative thinkers, our role in this can be really powerful. And the illustration of that is some of the projects that we're going to show you. This campaign that I'd like to show you is all about fracking, and it was done by a couple of lads who were graphic designers, actually. I'm just going to run the film. The reason we liked it really was because they got off their bottoms and into the world and created change. So I'll run you the film.
Plans to use fracking to extract shale gas have moved a major step closer.
Fracking is a process of drilling and extracting gas and oils from the earth. It is controversial due to the effects it has on the environment. In 2017, construction started on the UK's first fracking site on Preston New Road. Shortly after, local residents and environmentalists got together to protest at the entrance. The fencing around the site became the focus of their protest, where they covertly put up messages each night. Those responsible would call themselves the Fence Fairies. Inspired by the fences, we created a typeface by tying scraps of cloth around a fence, which we used as a grid. The typeface will be available to anyone willing to join the campaign, enabling them to create their own materials. We use the typeface on relevant applications such as correspondence, local newspaper ads, bi-monthly newsletters, clothing, pin badges, and stickers. If you feel the earth cracking, just know it's caused by fracking. It's got the ground quaking and the earth shaking. Our water is being contaminated and it makes us feel agitated. The gas extraction will lead to distraction. As there are some alternatives to keep the earth preservative, this is the perfect opportunity to come together as a community. Happening in our backyard with no disregard. Join the cause and put fracking on pause.
Brilliant, really brilliant idea, brilliant campaign using typography. So this next project was a piece of product design and really what we would call materials design and service design. Rowan and Rob created this project whilst they're at university, but through our community they got their first round of funding, and it's just the most brilliant project. I'll run the animation for you now.
As our population continues to rise, food and material waste management is an ever-growing problem. WRAP estimates a third of all food produced ends up as waste, and the UK furniture sector disposes or incinerates over 140,000 tonnes of MDF a year. So what happens if you group these two ever-growing problems together? Introducing chipsboard. Chipsboard is made using the waste potato peelings created from food processing as an alternative to toxic materials including MDF and chipboard. We collect the peelings from manufacturers and put them through a few refinement processes before manufacture into robust boards. These can then be processed into an array of products, furniture, and other applications. Our production is self-contained as it moves from farm to kitchen to factory, makers, and then consumers. Once the products reach the end of their lifespan, they can be sent to industrial compost ready to become fertiliser back at the farm. This ability to biodegrade products rather than incinerate or send them to landfill will help revolutionise the sustainability of flat-pack furniture and pop-up events.
So, great concept. Absolutely love the idea of turning potato peelings into a new material. these guys, as I said, they entered our competition, our global award scheme a couple of years ago. Because of our community, they got their first round of funding and they are up and running now. Okay, this project is just such a fantastic story. Betty sent us a campaign. We watched it and we thought it was so brilliant that we contacted this guy called Rob de Bank. Rob de Bank is the founder of Festival and Camp Festival. And because of our community, we showed this project to Rob and he agreed to have it shown on the main stage during Acts this last summer. So I'm going to run the campaign. It was all about the amount of plastics and the amount of waste that go on in UK festivals, millions and millions of tonnes that don't get recycled. So really powerful project from Betty. Here we go.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore! Get up out of your chairs, open the window, stick your head out and yell, and say, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
It's a bit of a nasty noise at the end of this. It's part of the campaign. I think what's really great about this particular project is that Betty just found footage and she wasn't studying advertising, she was actually studying fashion marketing at the time, and she just created this campaign from images that were already existing on the internet and built that and did all the graphics and the social media and everything for it. And so even though we might be stuck in isolation and we can't get out and take footage and do live camera work, we can still use stuff from the comfort of our, kitchens or the back bedroom or something. So really, really powerful project that became real through our network. This is a piece of material design that Felix created a couple of years ago. It ended up being exhibited at I think it was the Nuremberg big packaging festival in Germany, and it was made from seagrass that washes up at the Mediterranean. And this material, really strangely, has an antibacterial product to it. So it's a really lovely material to think about when we want to change the way we purchase and use single-use plastics. Felix went on to create this pavilion that was made from disused wood, and this was exhibited at a big creative business conference again in Germany. So we work with people who send us their work, but then we showcase what they do after they leave college. They're graduates, they go into industry. We're all about celebrating positive change around the environment. This project was done by Rob, and again, he's a graphic designer, but it was a piece of, again, service design, we would call it, or system change. I'll run you the film right now.
Every year, billions of coffee cups are thrown away. Reusable cups help to reduce this, but not everyone wants to carry one. They can be clunky, messy, and difficult to keep in a bag. And whilst people often forget their reusable cup, they nearly always remember their loyalty card. Introducing Unicap. Unicap is a system which aims to reduce coffee cup waste on campus, uniting university coffee shops to provide and maintain reusable coffee cups for students and staff, so all they need to carry with them is their Unicap. NFC integration means a digital loyalty card can be stored directly on the cap, as well as other information such as a user's regular order. To join the service, customers make a small one-time payment when purchasing their drink. Then, when they're finished, they drop off the empty cup to any coffee shop or drop-off bin on campus. The cup has a map of the uni with all drop-off locations marked, making returning the cup simple for the customer. Unicap is a system blueprint that can easily be adapted and implemented by other universities and students' unions across the country, so that as students, we can all do our bit to help the environment.
Really nice project. So if you think that you want to do something around the environment, Looking at system changes is a very, very powerful and clever way. I love the fact, I have one of these cups that I carry around, and I'm a cyclist, and the idea of just being able to take the lid instead of the whole thing, I just thought that was such a brilliant, clever idea. Fashion design and textiles we do. This was a really clever piece of design where if you look at the pattern in the corner, there was zero waste when making this jacket. So lots and lots of material gets wasted when the patterns are cut out, lots and lots of wastage. So it was just a very, very clever piece of design where there was no waste, material waste. So love that project. I put this project in because we get projects from architects and interior designers, but this really, if you were a ceramicist, this would be really relevant to you. So it's basically a tile that encourages moss and algae to grow on it. So if you clad a building, then you would create sort of air cleaning products that would help especially in urban environments. This is a mixture of different disciplines, really. I'd say it's graphics, it's tech, it's service design. I'll run the film. I hope you think that it's inspiring. I do.
We must set the world on a new course. See, the environmental problem is real.
解决气候变化问题
C'est le problème le plus important de notre génération.
We're all part of the solution to climate change.
We can't wait for someone else to take action.
There are things we can all start doing that together can make a big difference.
Introducing Transparent, an online fashion store which features a range of carefully selected sustainable brands. Targeting the younger generation, Transparent aims to empower the youth to inform them on the importance of sustainable shopping in our environment and how their choices can make an impact. Certifying brands to its own green list criteria, Transparent makes sure that all aspects of production is regulated, with transparency demanded and fairness for all workers. Teaming up with different campaigns, global movements and also news platforms, Transparent helps educate consumers on the impact of their clothing purchases and the way in which they can fill their wardrobes in a more responsible way. Consumers are able to track where these garments are being made from within the different brands, finding out more information about each step of the garment's life cycle. From the organic cotton farms in Texas to the warehouses in Los Angeles, the brands are creating a more transparent process by enabling people to see where their clothes are made. Consumers can send back for free previous items bought from Transparent they no longer want. Restored in stunning condition, they are then sold cheaper through the website, and 100% of the profits are sent to a charity which supports sustainable practices. Transparent will make ethical fashion no longer a niche market for the younger consumers, and will help inspire a whole new generation of brands to be more sustainable within their practices.
We have so many examples, thousands and thousands of examples of young creative thinkers, and well, not necessarily young, just creative thinkers that have sent us projects. Since 2012, over 4,000 projects have been sent our way. And at the core of every single project has been this idea of creativity being used for social and environmental impact, which is incredibly powerful.